for Zack Slaff!
Hey everybody, hey, real quick, a round of applause for yourselves, please. Woo! And for Matt, our host, and for Matt Painter for putting this amazing show together. He lets us use this space. Seeing me do comedy right now. Come back next week. You can see me at my NPR Tiny Desk concert. Yeah, Phoebe Bridgers will be here. We'll have a great time. Jokes works better when the lights are on, but that's okay. I'm Zach, and I'm into batshit crazy chicks with their back against the wall. So Pam Bondi's my type. Hey, say what you want about the woman. She looks great for having been drowned in Salem. And she was really good in that movie, Weapons. Really excellent. Speaking of current events, I have a little bit of a connection. I've actually been to Epstein's Island. I've seen it in person, and not for the reason you're thinking. I went on vacation with my family to St. Thomas, and we did a little tour around the islands, and one of them was Little St. James, also known as Epstein's Island. And if you haven't read all the files yet, there may not be some things you know. For example, if you look at the island, there are palm trees, but they're not like regular palm trees. They're organized really particularly, one after another. 1, 2, 3, 4, perfectly set. And that's because he actually had these trees imported to the island. And it just made me think for a second, like, what kind of psychopath has palm trees imported to a tropical island? What the fuck is that about? It's like importing rice into China. I'm an environmentalist, so to me the most offensive thing about the Epstein files was the private jet usage. That's... I'll share a little bit about my personal life. Actually, in about 6 weeks, I will be getting married. Woo! Thank you so much. Polymarket's got me at a 99% chance going through with it. And you know what that means? If I really wanted to, I could make one person really, really rich. We'll see. Maybe it'll be one of you guys. I'm getting married in New Orleans. Yes, beautiful city to get married in. Once known as the birthplace of jazz, now known as the place where your favorite D-list celebrity gets arrested. Poor Shia LeBeouf, man. Come on. Yeah, I think he may have been method acting for his role in Holes 2. He's going to play the legacy Hole that mentors the young Hole. That's what all these legacies. So I'm Jewish. My fiance is not, and luckily, fortunately, that hasn't been a problem for anybody. You know, our family's both families very supportive. What people do weirdly have opinions on is the fact that she's not changing her last name. You know, they're like, Zach, is this like because she's like a feminist thing? Is she trying to make a statement or something? And I'm like, no, you idiot. It's because my last name is Slaff. Who wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy? Sounds like something an old Jewish guy says when he sneezes. It sounds like an application that they want you to use at work that you really don't want to use. Charlotte just assigned you a task on Slaff. Fuck you, Charlotte. Fuck out of my house. No, I'm very excited to get married. Doesn't it seem like nowadays any of our essential services could go out at any time? I mean, one week it'll be Verizon, another week it'll be the U.S. government. Hell, if ChatGPT went out for like 24 hours, I'd finally get to talk to my mom again. I mean, geez, feels like I haven't talked to her in years. Can't even tell the difference between her and the machine. It's like she's like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly, you know? She starts speaking in headers and subheaders. I don't know what the fuck to do. I know that some people have started going to ChatGPT for therapy because they can't afford the real thing, which I understand. You know, the problem is with ChatGPT, it's not really constructive. It's not a good therapist. It doesn't give you constructive criticism. It doesn't really make you look at yourself in the mirror. It kind of just regurgitates everything you say and reaffirms everything you believe. And I'm like, damn, ChatGPT, that's not your job. That's ketamine's job, man. Come on. What else the fuck are we using it for? Jeez. I actually lost a friend to ketamine addiction. He's not dead, he's in Portland, but that's like basically all I am. No, this guy, he's a really good friend of mine, got so deep in the K, started saying things like, I can read minds and I can predict the future. The only thing he couldn't see coming was that I'd stop talking to him. That's... And now he's in Portland. Lord knows what the fuck he's doing. Probably ketamine, you know? I'm not a betting man. You think that's on Polymarket? Maybe that's on Kalshi, I don't know. I've been seeing these AI videos. Okay, I'll talk about AI just a little bit more and then I'll shut the fuck up about it. I've seen these AI videos of Paul McCartney, and it's Paul McCartney he's talking shit about John Lennon. And he's saying that the reason that the Beatles broke up is because John Lennon was actually gay. And, you know, he's like, oh yeah, John was gay, you know? he really actually liked it with the bum, you know? And boomers and shit, they fall for this stuff. And in this case, I understand it because only a gay guy would marry Yoko Ono. She's like an OG diva, you know? I'm surprised there's not Stan Twitter for Yoko Ono. Maybe that's something we can put together. Did you guys see that they're making Toy Story 5? Yeah, isn't that kind of disappointing? You know? It made me think about Toy Story 2 and 3. Remember Toy Story 2 and 3? There's this time jump between the two movies. Andy's like a kid, he's like 10 years old in the second movie, and then later, the third movie comes out and he's like about to go to college, so it's like 10 to 18. You think it's a coincidence they skipped right over his prime yanking years? I think that would have caused Woody and the gang a little bit of trauma, you know? Can I get personal with you guys just for a second? Yeah, please. You know, I come from a pretty privileged background myself. I've been lucky enough. I have a very supportive family, supportive of my marriage, for example, supportive of my comedy. They come to my shows. Not this one, but they come to them. You know, I've been in my career and everything like that. I've been very lucky. And believe it or not, that sometimes can come with a little bit of pressure. You know, living up to their expectations, trying to match what they want you to be, trying to become the person that they want you to be, and you know, whether it's financially or socially, whatever it may be, and that actually can be a struggle for real. And I really do empathize with anybody who may be going through something similar, genuinely. But you know what isn't the solution? Nick Reiner, murdering your parents. That is not the solution. Listen, buddy, I understand. You weren't the favorite child, but you had to compete with When Harry Met Sally. Jesus, that is a tough one. That is a tough competition. Anybody, we got any NBA fans in the house? Anybody watch the NBA? Oh, that's too bad. What a shame. Because I was going to say some really funny stuff about that, and now you're going to have to miss out on it. Darn. No, I'm going to do it anyway, all right? I have a favorite NBA player. It's not Doncic or Jokic or any of these big guys. It's Bronny James. Do you know Bronny James? Bronny is LeBron's son. He plays with his dad on the Lakers. And according to Bronny, he said in his rookie season, he says his father has nothing to do with his success. LeBron James Jr., his full name on his birth certificate, said that his father has nothing to do with his success. And I'm just like, look, buddy, even Jesus was pretty much just like, yeah, it's my dad. So you know what? Humble up, buddy. All right, I've been Zack Slaff. Thank you so much. Have a good